Welcome back. This is video number 2 out of 3 in using SHACL to build forms. Video number 1 was about how this form is being rendered as a result from the 3 ingredients: requirement profile, knowledge base, and initial user profile. And what I did here in preparation earlier was actually hide a second requirement profile that we want to use now. It's a simple city voucher example for people with low income. And what I want to do now is merge these 2 requirement profiles like that. I'm gonna hide the content, it gets a bit long and messy otherwise. And instead of this one, I wanna now pipe this one into the form editor. And let me get bigger again a bit. Yeah, we can see now this form is being rendered as a combination of these 2 requirement profiles, the city voucher and the child allowance, and the income field has been added from the city voucher. The residence was already there, we didn't have to add it again. And yeah, we could work like this, we could fill out 2 forms at once, but I think this is a good moment to look at the other approach, the one question at a time quiz-based approach we're doing at FörderFunke, where arbitrarily many requirement profiles is not a problem. Let's load it. And it looks like this. So here we have 1, 2, 3 requirement profiles as input. Again, the knowledge base and an initial empty user profile. And we see here, we have already a question regarding main person, where do you live? Why am I being asked this? Because we are prioritizing the missing data points. We can see all 3 requirement profiles are in the eligibility status missing data. And here we see the missing data points prioritized by how many requirement profiles are asking from them. And 2 out of 3 are asking for the residence and the income. So we're asking for the residence first. Let's say Berlin. Now we can see how it gets, based on my answer, things get reprioritized. Income, and now how many children, and we can see now this question is about this child that I just added. What is their age? Let's say 5. And now the last remaining data point is if I own a house. But if I do, we have to ask 2 more questions now about this house: the year of construction and how many distinct roof areas. Yeah, it's maybe not the best example, but I constructed it to make sense in this context. Roof area. Okay, and now we're done with the questions, and we can see we are eligible for 2, and why not for solar subsidy? Because I said minimum 50 roof area. Yeah, it was just a constructed example anyway. Good, but what happens if we start again and we know that 2 from the 3 requirement profiles are asking for Berlin? And what if we are not in Berlin? What if we are in Bad Belzig? Then we can see immediately 2 out of 3 turn to ineligible, but solar subsidy is still in the game basically with these 2 missing data points. Let's say the income. But what happened? Why are we out of the game? Because the solar subsidy example is only kept at an income of 3,000. That's why with 2 questions now the whole question answering is already over, because all the 3 are ineligible. So now we looked at 2 question answer approaches, the form and the quiz. But the question remains, who is creating these requirement profiles? Because no one is expected to write down SHACL like this. So I'm going to show you a little prototype of a tool that lets you create these without having to know SHACL. The wizard. So the wizard again gets the knowledge base as an input, and this time an initial requirement profile, not an initial profile, with some metadata, and the citizen as a class is already there. And now let's start defining some more things that we need. We are defining a house and that the citizen owns this house. Okay, what do we have so far? We have a citizen that needs to own a house, which is further defined in the house shape. The house shape is so far empty. So let's talk a bit more about the house. Let's say the house has a year of, by the way, these autocomplete things are being generated from the knowledge base. And if I want to add something new, like let's say the total area, and it's not there, I could create this new property. But that's of course an editorial question. How does that process work of adding something to the data fields, and is there room for consolidating, merging something, or is it really a new data field that you need here? Yeah, that's a whole discussion in itself. Year of construction, let's say after 1980, but before 2010. Furthermore, I need to define a roof class, because that house has a roof, and the roof area needs to be over 50 square meters to get this solar subsidy that we're constructing. And voila, that's it. Basically, now we built a SHACL file that can be used as a requirement profile and can be used to build a form that a citizen has to fill out to see if they're eligible or not, without having to write SHACL. Okay, in video 3 we will look at both question answer approaches, the form and the quiz, and break them down a little bit into the semantic operations going on underneath. See you over there if you want.